Hey, Em, thank you so much for joining us here at our office for a lovely little catch-up. So you're the marketing manager at Lively. Do you want to talk to us about what it's like working with MSC on the social media account?
Yes, I'd love to. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Talk about the content creation process and how you're finding that with us.
So I love the content creation process with you guys because you take a really holistic approach right from the strategy stage, proactive ideation, and through to expert execution, coming up with really great ideas that we know will convert.
I definitely love coming in from that content creator lens, and I want to get your thoughts on having an agency like MSC work on content versus a UGC creator and what that looks like for you.
Yeah, I think that's a really good question because previously to having you guys on board, that's what we did. We predominantly just had UGC creators and influencers creating all the content for us. And I think what is working really, really well about taking this approach instead is that you guys just intimately know the account so well, and you have really in-depth understanding of the account insights. You know exactly what angles work. And over time, you've developed a winning formula of content that just works. And I know we like to call it elevated UGC, which is like kind of polished UGC style content. We put a lot of thought into the styling and the setup and trying really different creative editing styles. And I think that we just don't get that result consistently when we're working with freelancers.
Yeah, I really like what you said there because like from my lens and my experience on this account, every time we post something, I don't call it, like I don't post and then forget about it. I like to get in there in the first hour if I can, and I like to see how it's performing, and I love looking at retention rate, and then I store that in the back of my head and I use that the next time I'm editing a piece of content or something. And I don't even want to wait for when we do things weekly or monthly in terms of looking back on our stats. I love like just analyzing each post as soon as it goes out because I feel like that's such valuable content. And from a UGC creator, you don't get that experience because you're not looked into the account, so you don't get to see. So yeah, I think that's that really valuable piece there.
Absolutely. They just don't have the in-depth understanding of our brand and our products as well. Whereas you guys, you're working on our account daily, and we have weekly whip meetings where we're always analyzing every post to see what worked, what didn't work, what we can try to do differently next time. So I think that is the reason why we've managed to grow so fast.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about some of your favorite videos or posts that we've made for you?
Yeah, well, I love the recent post that we did to promote the new Lively modular sofa. And it features me and my kids, which was really fun. And I think that you guys just captured that content so beautifully, showing how my son was pouring that drink on the sofa, the Ribena, and the liquid just rolled off the fabric because what we were trying to show was that performance fabric is so great for people with young kids. And you knew what was going to be that hook shot, and you made sure that the video opened with that. And it really just captured everybody's attention. And incredible that it's had like 1,300 shares, which is like more than double the amount of likes it's had. And I don't think we've ever had that many shares from a post that's not an incentive for the customer, like a competition or something. It was purely just that people loved the content. It was engaging, but it also really sold the product.
Yeah, I think that piece is a great example of how something can be both entertaining and conversion based. While we love to think about things in sort of the level of the funnels, in UGC content, you can almost formulate it to be a bit of both. And that was the perfect time for us to do that. Do you know the ROAS on this in terms of from an ad perspective?
So last time I checked, the results from boosting that post was something like 50 sales. And for a sofa, which is several $1,000 investment, that's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so exciting. And what I love is that we get to hear that as well from you, because sometimes you might create content, or from a UGC creator, you create content, you send it off, and then you have no idea if it has made any impact, where we get to hear this every week from you, how our content is performing in ads as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because our team is very performance marketing driven. So in our weekly whips, we always like to look at how content's performing from an ad perspective. We measure the ROAS on that content and we report it back to you guys. So you get to see both sides of the coin. It's not just about organic results. It's also about how it actually converts to sales for our business.
Yeah, and we've learned a lot along the way there as well, from that ad perspective. So it's been a really good working relationship.
It's a really good partnership, because I think you guys just nail what works organically, and then we monetize it.
Beautiful. Let's talk about the strategy process. So when you guys onboarded, we did a strategy at the start and then we've tweaked things along the way. Talk to me what that experience was like.
Yeah, so you guys really took the time at the start to do a full audit of what we were currently doing, what our competitors were doing, and then you came up with a robust plan with clear goals, content pillars to focus on, and a roadmap of what growth would look like over the next 6 to 12 months. And over time, that's naturally evolved. We've tweaked different things. We've tested different angles. We know what has really worked, what hasn't worked so much. And then you guys have just really doubled down on that winning kind of content to really like excel our growth at a pretty fast rate, I would say.
Yes, I really loved that strategy piece we did. And one of the concepts that we put at the start was the day in the lively concept. And then you put your bit of your creative spin on it as well. And we turned it into this really high res collaborative campaign with ambassadors, which was something that was developed at the start of our relationship and is still a continuing project as of today.
Yeah, that's right. I really loved that idea. I think initially it was going to be a smaller kind of piece of content. And then I thought, let's kind of expand that into a really beautiful, big hi-fi campaign. And yeah, it's going to be an ongoing series. We've already had 2 brand ambassadors that have opened up their homes to us, and we're calling it A Day in the Lively, where we get a glimpse into a day in their typical life and see their home full of our beautiful furniture. And we've got plans to keep doing that with new ambassadors. And our audience just really loved it.
Yeah, the results have been really beautiful, and those days on set have been so much fun. And it's a lot of effort and it's a lot of thought, and we go through with lots of different other brands on board as well. And we've had some really beautiful ambassadors. They're like my favorite pieces of work that we've done with you.
Yeah, me too. I'm really proud of it. It's great as a marketing manager to be able to work on those big, fun, creative projects and then see the results. It's really quite satisfying.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your relationship with MSE. It's been 1 year. Talk to me about the team that works in your account and how you're finding that.
Yeah, so I love working with you guys because we don't just have one person, we have a whole team. You've got yourself, Han, expert content creator and producer, and then we've also got Sam, who is our account manager and just an expert with social media analytics. And I love how every week she sends us her insights into what has worked the previous week. That she always comes up with some like really great little nuggets of information that then I can then share with the senior leadership team, and makes me look really smart.
Yeah, we'll let you take the credit. That's fine.
And then we've also got Ree on graphic design, and then Izzy and other team members who come in and help with executing content. We also film in a variety of MSC team members' homes, and you guys actively help us source other locations. So I think what I'm trying to say is I love that we get a whole team from you guys, an expert team with a breadth of different skills, which we just wouldn't be able to replicate if we were to, say, bring in one social media manager internally.
Yeah, that's so true, because social media isn't just creating content. It's not just influencer work, not just graphics or just stats. It's like everything, and it's really hard to find one person who can do it all. That's why an agency partner is so, so valuable. And another thing that I love doing for you guys is acting as EGC. And I love that I get to pop my face on your account and pretend I work at Lively. And then I pop back to MSC and I work at MSC. So it's a really fun thing that we're able to do for you guys, because you are a bit of a smaller team and don't have so much opportunity for your team to jump on camera.
Yeah, that's right. I think the EGC works really, really well. And I kind of feel like you are part of the business anyway, because you understand the products really intimately. We talk to each other nearly every day. So it really does feel like you're an extension of the Lively team anyway.
Yeah, it feels like that. It's really nice when I get to quickly message you on Slack. Well, do you want to talk about some big milestones that we've had in the last year?
Yeah, so I think when you guys started, we were at about 80,000 followers. And now, not even a year later, we've just hit 120,000. So 40K growth in a year, I think is pretty good.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think I wouldn't say it was hard. It's just more we did what worked and we've consistently kept adapting our strategy, and that's just reflected in the results.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it just shows when you really do the strategy correct to find out what content is going to both be engaging and convert and make people actually want to follow that brand, because they love the content, they love the products, they want to consistently hear from that brand, and it's part of their consideration set of a brand that they would like to buy from. I think that's the winning formula.
Yeah, cool. And do you have a favorite content piece that we've done?
Yeah, so just recently we've been promoting our new modular sofa. And so we created a video with me and my kids.
Yes.
Because the sofa is just so perfect for families with young children, with the performance fabric. And I loved how you created that hook shot where my son was tipping the Ribena on the sofa, and it showed the liquid just kind of rolling off the top. And that post has done so well. We've had 422,000 views so far, and like 1,300 shares, which is more than double the amount of likes.
Yeah.
And there's no incentive tied to that post, no competition or anything. So that's just purely people love the content.
Yeah, amazing. That was such a good piece, and I still watch it today just for fun. Wow, thank you so much. It was so fun to look back on all the things that we've done with you in the last year. It's been a really fun working relationship. Is there anything else you want to chat about?
No, I just want to say thank you guys for all your hard work. It's been such a great year having you as part of the team, and you've had some amazing results, and I'm grateful that you and the rest of the girls just show up for us every day, working really, really hard to create amazing content, growing our account. And I'm excited to see what we can create for the next year.
Yes, more viral videos. That's what's going to come. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks.